good. Yay. I was sending puppy beams to him to get up and
Just out of frame.
Yeah.
Says, I don't want to be a star yet.
Yeah.
Right. He knows he is, no matter what.
He is awesome. So I'm just going to take a minute and just share this out a bit. Get it out to some of my pages and do that. And so we just wanted to say, welcome, everybody. We have Lemia Astarabadi, Joshua Bowser here today, talking about love here in Divine Flow Expo, the Love Edition. I have purposely gathered 7 beautiful people plus me who are the most heart-centered, love-based, open-minded, amazing beings that I have ever known. And we've gathered them all together to be here for Divine Flow Expo. And Lemia and Josh, I love you guys so much. I'm so excited that you're here. Thank you. Thank you for being a part. So I'm going to share this out real quick. Boop. And I'm going to share it over on my main page because we've got all kinds of people over there. Boop. I'm just booping it out there. Awesome. Hi, guys. Yay.
Yay.
Thank you so much for being here. I want to welcome everybody who's watching. Welcome here to Divine Flow Expo, the Love Edition. We're here talking about love. What is love? How is love expressing in our life? And we want to talk to these two beautiful love-centered people, Lemia and Joshua. I met you guys, it's been a long time ago, 5 or 6 years ago. And I took a class with you. And I had just come through being very sick. I had just injured my hip and back. I was, if I'm not mistaken, I might have even been walking around with a cane. Maybe I wasn't quite there with the cane.
Yeah.
But being in your presence, spending those, I think it was a couple days together, changed my life. And oh my goodness, you brought love and hope and practices into my life that helped me to keep going in a really hard time in my life. You two are angels. And I'm so honored that you are here. I'm so honored that you're a part of this. So honored to know you. So madly in love with both of you. I can hardly stand it. So thank you. So Josh and Lemia, you guys are the founders of RaMa Holistic Care. You guys have been doing a lot of beautiful things in this world. Tell us a little bit about what you guys do. And I know you both have a little bit of different things that you do, different things that you offer. So please feel free, to let us just tell us what's going on with you and how do we find you? How do we come into your love space too?
Well, first of all, thank you for that introduction. And you're dear to our hearts and we love you so much. And the work that you do is extremely powerful and loving. And to be able to meet people that are on the same wavelength is very rare and very special. And thank you for having us. And thanks for putting this together. So before we start anything, acknowledge the source of all of this. So thank you.
And the source.
And the source. Yes, exactly. It's all connected. What do? We do a lot of things, but I think the big thing for us is trying to help people connect back to themselves and back to their hearts and back to their souls. I think we find a lot of people that are kind of at their low point, and because I think both of us came into this work when we were at our lowest point. So it's kind of like, how you enter is how you bring people in as well. So the work we do is we own our own essential oil company. And that was through a lot of pain and kicking and screaming with the universe of like, no, we're not going to do this. But it was meant to be. It's called Sacred Scents Aromatherapy. We do that together. We play music together as the Conscious Groove, and we have other musicians that join us for different things. We are massage therapists together. We actually do tandem massage. We do energy work. We teach yoga together. He plays music, I teach, or we take turns teaching, depending on if he's in the mood to teach or not teach. We teach like numerology and reflexology and mudra theory and mantra theory and just the laws of nature, your planetary energies, like based on your birthday. We do blueprint readings together, which is like looking at your birthday and all your gifts, your challenges, what comes to trip you up, what grounds you, how the world sees you, what the universe is here to teach you. It's like all written in your birthday. And that's kind of going into our video. It's like a little bit of that planetary with the essential oils. We like to merge everything together, and we've created a curriculum actually with our essential oil company. And that's you took the essential oil curriculum, the old one, but this is merging like everything. And we wrote this one, and that's really like.
I want to interject too. These essential oils that you guys have, all I saw was a picture of them, and it was like, bam. There is so much beautiful energy in there. And like you said, I did the other ones. They were pretty impressive. But what you guys have, oh my God. Anybody's looking for essential oils, get a hold of Josh and Lemia. And also the training that you guys do is amazing too.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to throw that in. Continue.
Thank you. Yeah. And we're word of mouth, small scale. Our intention is not to dominate the market of whatever field it is, that whatever we were into, that would not be our goal, right? So we're happen to be into holistic health and massage and yoga and aromatherapy and music. And we just, again, like Lemia is saying, we found all these tools to help open our hearts. So we've found a way to synthesize that over the last 15 or so years to help people open their hearts and take it or leave it. We're not attached. These tools work for us. This, that, or the other. All these different tools, physical and otherwise, have helped us open our hearts and just really connect deeper. And some days are easier than others. Some days are more difficult, of course. And we're all human, and we're going through that. And we know that there's ups and downs. And when we can find that common denominator of nature, especially when we're talking about essential oils and just being in nature, of course, ocean, forest, sands, whatever. It's so grounding and so powerful. So, just to talk again about the aromatherapy, the Sacred Scents Aromatherapy, it's having that little gift of connection in your hand that you can use at any time. And you can breathe it, you can put it on, whatever, but it can be subtle and it can be very profound within a second. Just to go into the nose here, the nose connects right to our limbic system and our frontal lobe and like our memory center and it goes everywhere in our brain, literally. And it's the only thing that's exposed to the outside world via our nervous system. So we take in a lot through our nose. And so when you can take a little smell of whatever scent that you like in the middle of a challenging moment, it does wonders for the whole, everybody, yourself and everybody around you, right? But it's just, and then getting the awareness to have that wherewithal to use that tool at that time. And that's why we do meditation and breath work and, all these things. So it's cultivating that as we go. And again, every day is different. And we're still learning and we're still growing. And we've been married. We just celebrated our 6-year wedding anniversary and been together for 15 years and
16 years.
67. We're on the cusp of 15, 16 years here. But keep me honest. But
each one is a notch. It counts.
So, we're not perfect. Our relationship is always growing and always, finding new ways to expand into deeper awareness, compassion, love, all that stuff. So we're just,
Josh is also a plant-based chef, and he's been doing some cooking demos. I think we have some as our free shares, but once a month he does a cooking demo. But that's been life-changing for us. It's just, over the last 10 years, really going full-blown plant-based is amazing. And I also do doula work. So we have, some things that we do apart, but for the most part, we do most everything together.
And recently that we added that we
Oh, yeah.
do together, we have a beautiful little dog that we adopted about
He's down
6 months
here.
ago, 8 months ago. And we just took we wanted to do this ever since we met, we wanted to do this, but we took a canine massage course. So we just finished that. We're very grateful to do that and offer
Newly
that to people as well.
graduated.
So for, old dogs, dogs that are in sports or high physical activity, it's so beneficial, just like humans, right? Everything that massage is good for humans is good for
The
animals,
big
and
old
also
dogs and the little old dogs.
and also horses too. That's our next step, is to work with the equine community as well. So we're just, we're into learning about the body, and that old statement, know thyself. It's like, how do we know thyself? How do we get to know ourselves? Is by studying, by looking deeper, as deep as we can with our physical eyes and as deep as we can with our internal eye. How do we get to know ourselves on a deeper level, on all levels of physicality and spirituality? So that's our goal, that's our mission, and we're learning day by day and sharing as we go.
It's so wonderful. And you guys offer so much. As you're talking, I'm like, I just would like to know if you have a room I can rent, because I want to come live with you.
We actually do that. We take people in that we've done that,
like
where
personal retreats.
someone flies in, like they're going through just complete
Chaos.
chaos in their life, and they stay with us. One person stayed with us for 2 weeks. And at the time we had a spare bedroom, so it worked out. Right now we don't, but
They got massage
literally got
every other day.
massage every other day, energy
Aromatherapy
work, did
treatments.
yoga with us every day, meditation together every day.
vegan food every day.
We did hikes outside every day, eat natural, cooking every day. So by the time they left, they were like glowing in the dark. It's like a new human. But we do that. It's
Oh
part
my
of
gosh.
the nurturing.
On a small scale now, and hopefully we'll expand in the near future. And
Oh
do
my
bigger
God, I'm getting
retreats, but-
total chills on that statement,
Oh.
my friend.
Good.
Cool.
That means it's happening.
Ooh, oh my gosh. Lemia, tell us a little bit about the doula. What is that? That makes my belly happy.
Yeah, a doula is, when a woman's giving birth, everyone at the birth is primarily focused on the baby and like, what's the baby's heart rate? What's going on with the baby? And a lot of times the mommy, she needs things and she's in so much pain and she's in another world, really in between worlds, that she can't even communicate for herself. So a birth doula, which is what I do, there's different doulas, but a birth doula is one that assists the mother and is really there for her from the time active labor starts, but usually before that, all the way till after the baby arrives, or babies. I just worked with twins for the first time. Just a couple weeks, or about a month ago now. But it's, to me, it's so funny. Like, I don't really advertise for it. It's always word of mouth. And I think most of our work is that way, because when we've advertised, we've brought in some kind of scary situations where we're like, let's not be in the public. But
too much.
There's a fine line.
This is a big public forum. Kind of ironic,
but if you're watching this, then it's part of that.
If you're watching this, you're in the circle, right?
We all attract, our vibration. But yeah, like just offering to, by word of mouth, that these births come in for me when I've lost a lot of hope. Like when I really feel like, I don't know if my work's going to do anything on this planet. I don't know if if I really have a purpose. And then all of a sudden this mommy comes into my life. And when I'm at the birth, it's literally being in the presence of God, of love, wisdom, and truth. It's just all there in that moment. And you can feel the Holy Spirit coming down. And it's like, everything that was crap in my world is gone. It's like I'm washed clear. Like my third eye gets scrubbed and like everything's new. And I'm like, all right, let's do this. Like, life is amazing. It's a gift. It's magic. So I feel like it's more a gift for me when a mom comes in and it really resonates, because it needs to feel right in order for me to say yes. Because we're going through a deep journey together, going through birth and labor and delivery. No one really understands unless they've been there. Like, you're never going to understand. It's great. You can watch all the movies you want and see the screaming people and create chaos, but like, anyway, it is what it is. And it's to me, it's a gift. It's an honor. I feel like I need to bow to that child, because it's like this ancient one has come back to help us. It's like, oh, thank you for coming. I feel humbled at the souls that come in.
Oh yeah, and we are having such beautiful souls. I know I've been present with some births that were outside of my own two children. And you know, I wouldn't call myself a doula because that's not my calling, but I was so blessed to be able to be there. And one of the women that I was there helping, she was a really high level clairvoyant. But while she was in labor, she was not picking up on anything. She was in the throes of her own self. And when you said in another world, she totally was.
Yeah.
But when this child came out of the birth control, I literally saw, and we were all feeling it anyways, but I saw almost like a shooting star come down through the top of mama's head and then enter that baby as that baby came out. And it was like electric in the room. And even the doctor kind of was like, and one of the nurses got so overwhelmed with the energy that was in there that she had to leave. It is a magical experience. And these sacred and holy beings that are coming to be with us on this planet are so important. And how beautiful that you, being so heart-centered, is able here to greet them. Thank you for doing that work, Lemia.
Yeah, I really like the transitions because we work a lot with death too. And we just, his grandmother just transitioned and we helped a dog in the family just transition. But those portals are magic. It's like when the unseen world opens up for just that split. And I find like it's this astral light, right, that we're all traveling through and you know, this lunar energy that we have to move through. And it comes in these spurts. Like when his grandma died, like I heard, you know, 10 other people said either their grandma or mother or some female was leaving their life in that same, it's like these windows where groups of souls are coming and going. And it's really magical. And to your comment about what you saw at birth, the same thing kind of for me each time. It's like this plastic suit of a being comes out, like it's just like this rubber suit, and then when they take the breath, like the eyes come in and the soul comes in and like the magic happens. It's like just helps you really see the power of your breath and like how life runs through your breath. And if you can manage and control and slow down your breath, you're going to be connected to that divine life source all the time, you know. It's really, it's yoga. Giving birth is yoga. It's union with your soul and like connecting with your breath. And that's it, you know.
Oh, it so is. And, you know, I would love to, on that note, I would love to move back to the yoga that you guys do. And we had Diana Sampson on earlier. I was asking her about like what she does. She's amazing. And she's very much, oh, excuse me, my nose is itching. Wait, is that money? Is that the nose?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It's your heart.
Love.
Your heart is tingling because your heart is your nose.
I love it. Yay. And I was asking her about, you know, kind of what kind of yoga she does. She explained that because there's so many different things that are out there. And then, you know, so many of the yoga people are taking what spirit is guiding them and turning it into something of their own. Speak
That's
a little
exactly
bit about what
happening.
you guys do. Yeah. Because I know you guys are all over the place with that too. You know, you're up in LA still, right?
No, actually we're all in Oceanside right now.
Oh,
And
okay.
actually it's so interesting, the path of spirituality and yoga and all of that, because I feel like the more you actually allow spirit to move through you, the more, you know, it's not about, I was listening to you earlier and I totally resonated with it of like, everyone's trying to hide from their ego and get rid of the ego. But I find that it melts when you really bring in light. It's like, you don't need that. You don't need that rope to hold on to anymore. And I find that a lot of the followings, like whether, you know, when I was younger, I used to follow bands, you know, for months at a time. And like, whatever it is, that cultish, like following thing, I find that the more that you can attach to light and to the divine, you don't need to follow anything but love. And I think we both have been on these different journeys of teachers and, you know, different schools and different, so many things. Like we've been on teams, you know, I played volleyball in college. Like he's played sports his whole life and coached in sports. And we've done outdoor science things and like all these groups and teams and things that we've been in. And we're really at that point of like, empower everybody to be their own guru, empower everybody to
Yes.
be their own teacher, to follow their own energy. And we all have to learn from each other. There's nothing new on the earth. So first of all, it's all here and present for us to learn. Whatever you want to learn, it's here. But not giving all of your life force to one being is so important. And we've had to come into check with that in the aromatherapy world, in the yoga world, in the business world, in the family world, in the, like in all the worlds. And I think for us, we're in this melting of like, we want to empower people to be their own master. Like, it's not about, giving all your energy to something else. If you can bring the light into your own being and be a shining star, whatever that is for you, letting all that crap melt away of whatever your past is, whatever hurt you, upset you, traumatized you, that's the work we're in, is like, help you heal yourself so you can just light your own pathway. We don't want you to follow us. We don't want you to follow anything but your own light, your own heart. And I think of all the yoga and everything we've done, we've melted into where we are right now. And just like, I was also watching something about, it was LL Cool J. Just got inducted to the Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We love music. So we're all about that. And I love LL Cool J from a kid. And he was like, all I can say is I feel humbled. I felt so connected to this. And he's like, it's not the humble of like, oh, I'm going to give all my power away. No, he said, self-deprecate.
I'm going to bow to you in humbleness, but think I know everything.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
He's like, not that kind of BS.
Or
right?
self-deprecating.
Yeah, or self-deprecating.
Deprecating. But just the humbleness of really feeling like naked to the universe and so grateful and just like, everything we've been through, that the fire is like, we're flying out of the fire. And I feel like we're at that point.
Yeah, his thing was like being able to learn from people as you go and not try to like, to cooperatively work together and not think that, because I'm, he's a star of his own right and he was working with other stars and they all could have had egos, but they didn't. And they made even greater things together because
they could work together
had
without
the ego.
the ego.
And they were like, I know my thing, you know your thing, let's do our
this
thing, and that's what we're doing. We're like, hey, these are the techniques that we've helped us, and here you go.
And you have amazing things
and what are you
share.
gonna, Michelle, you're sharing all your tips, and everybody on here is sharing all these beautiful tips,
And let's work together and be better, and not have to follow one thing or someone has to be a leader. You're holding the space for that right now. So the fact that we can be on this together tells us that we're in the direction that we want to go.
Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh, you guys are so amazing. And I just want to make a comment really quick. I am really excited to see how many people who have been big in the public music industry, because that's where I grew up in. My dad was in the music industry. He was president of Capitol Records. He was big up there. My cousin is a really famous rock star. And to see these people who have reached the heights of these things and then them coming into the spirituality, and my cousin has too. He is like so amazing now. And he comes from one of these kind of to hear him talk, I'm like, you are speaking my language. And he just cracks up. But it's such a blessing to see these people who have been there, who are now finding their spirituality. Like you're talking about LL Cool J. And I know we've got, there was somebody else that I was just watching that I was completely blown away. He is so grounded in, Russell Brand.
Oh yeah.
He was he was a crazy man.
Yeah.
And I used to love him when he was crazy too.
Yeah.
But to see him coming in, and Jim Carrey and some of these people, and I'm like, wow,
inspiring.
Wow, this is what we need to see. And so I love it that you mentioned that as well. And I love how you guys take all that you've experienced, all that you've learned, all the things that, we've got certificates and all this kind of stuff for, and just bringing it in and making it your own, and then serving it out into the world as the divine brings, and it's just, you guys are amazing. You are so amazing. And I'm so happy that you're here. Something I want to ask you guys, do you have a little something that you can share with our people that are watching, that to maybe help them, whatever divine center in the heart, or something you guys can do for
Well, you
them?
mentioned there's a few different things, but earlier you mentioned maybe a breath. And I'm thinking there's a breath you can do for 1 minute every day that is life-changing.
Well,
it's all about clearing your heart and letting go of trauma, letting go of the things you haven't forgiven, letting go. And we're in the waning moon, so this is a great time to do that. You want to do the fourth? Yeah.
let's
Josh
do
will play
it.
a little accompaniment with it.
Josh,
yeah.
did you get your hair cut?
I did. Yeah, I don't know.
Chopped off.
You know Terrell
this
Washington?
much.
Yes, I love Terrell.
So he's a
Church
dear
of
friend
Hair.
of ours, and we donate. We did the whole
Lots
ceremony and donation thing, and just it was time to it was a transition time.
Yeah.
And it was kind of holding on to an old energy, and I've been growing it for like 12 or 13 years, and it just was like, you know what, gotta let it go, and just start again. So,
and we had just been talking to a guy who had dreadlocks, and he said it was that's right, it was Terrell. Yeah. And he said in the dread community, they say that you shouldn't have them more than 7 years, because it's like you're holding your emotion. This is our aura right here. So you're holding all that stuff. So it's good to have that release and clear. I gave up 4 inches, but I wasn't willing to just do it all. And Josh is like, I need to let go of where all the stuff that we have been through. Like, it's time to let it go and just to help it. It's like, that rope that's anchoring you into your past, and just cutting that so you can fly free. And
I love it, because it was so funny when he turned his head. I was like, no.
Everyone who sees this on Zoom, they're like, wait, they're all typing in, wait, where's his hair? Where's his hair? But it just shows us how attached we are to these things,
And how beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. I think that was something with the hair. I think that needed to be shared here too.
For sure.
It's definitely, because I'm a long hair person, and about once every 2 or 3 years, it's like, cut it off.
Good for
and
you.
It really is freeing.
It is. And just new perspective, lighter with life, all those metaphors. Yeah.
I love it. Thank you, guys. Okay.
All right. Rub your hands together. Take a deep breath. Hold the breath and squeeze your rectum and rub your hands to get really hot hands. Good. And then exhale and bring them on your heart center, just heart chakra. Eyes are going to stay open, because we are in this time where we need to be aware of what's going on in us and aware of that process of letting go. So we're not going to zone out. We're going to stay present. And gazing at one point, it's like your third eye in the physical plane. Just like gaze at one thing in front of you. Sit up nice and tall. We're going to do 4 inhales through the nose. That makes a full breath. So, and then 1 exhale from the mouth. And it kind of mimics that, like when you're crying deeply and you go, so the trauma and the suffering and the pain, it's time to let it go. So that's what we're going to do just for a minute here. So smile as much as you can. And if it gets to be too much, then just stop for a moment. All right, exhale. Here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the mouth. Nose, 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 mouth. In, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Love, wisdom, truth, hope. Faith, love, wisdom, truth. Love, peace, light, wisdom. Faith, love, hope, wisdom. I am so strong. I am so beautiful. I am healing now. 3 more. Last time. Now take a deep breath. Inhale some more. Inhale some more. Hold the breath. Squeeze your rectum tight. Press your tongue against your upper palate of your tongue. Close your mouth. And just kind of squeeze your body. And then exhale.
Ooh.
Now inhale, reach your arms above you. Inhale, stretch, stretch, stretch. Hold the breath, squeeze the rectum, and just shake the body. Let the prana go where it needs to go. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, and then bust out laughing. It's like full release.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
And if you have any water nearby, just sip on some water.
That's 1 minute of your life, and it can shift your mood. Like when I'm just being a poopy face mood person, I'll do that for a minute, and I'm like, okay, I'm back. Let's go.
That was powerful. You know, it was interesting when we were just getting started, as I do with you guys, when I connect with you guys, the tears come up always because you guys are so open-hearted. It opens my heart, and these tears want to come up. And then when we started breathing, I felt whatever the emotion was that was coming up underneath, which felt like sadness. Just that first, it was like poof, gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah.
It was so amazing. And the little tears were there, but they were happy tears. There wasn't that little bit of sadness coming up. That was amazing. Thank you so much. And then I know that you guys have created a free video for everybody that is called Let Love Flow So You Can Grow. Tell us a little bit about that.
So a big part of, this whole moving out of your pain, we have to understand why that pain is there, like to really get who we are, like where this is all coming from. And we have sources of kind of where our body of light and body of pain move through, and there's 7 of them. And so we talk about those 7 sources of how kind of the pain and the light move through us, and some plants that can help ground and help with each source. So if you resonate with one, like one of them is your past lives. We don't know about our past lives, but the masters on the earth say that we've lived at least 1 million past lives. 1 million past lives.
Wow.
So like, who knows, when we have like sudden sorrow or sadness or fear or whatever, we don't know where that's coming from. So we work with the basil family is actually past life regression. Like they help with that kind of thing. So, you can cook with them, whatever, but the essential oil, like 1 drop of it is equivalent to an ounce of dried plant products. So you put 1 drop in
general in the aromatherapy world, some change, resins are a little different. Everything has little subtle differences, but in general.
But you get that potency, and you go into meditation, you can start tapping into some of that. So, some of these chronic things that we do or cycles that we're in, a lot of them we've done for many, many lifetimes. And it's like, we came here to cut it. But anyway, there's 7 of those, and there's 7 plants, and we talk about all of that just to kind of get people to awaken that inner world of like, I am carrying something. My intuition is saying that I am carrying something from a past life. I do want to spend some time here. And, there are specific people in the world that do past life regression and teach you how to do that. We don't teach that, but the plants for us guide us through that. And the basil family is really amazing for that.
It's interesting. I've been using basil like crazy lately.
Oh, wow.
How
funny that she wanted to come in on this meeting too. That's really interesting.
I literally have it on my little thing next to my chair that I sit in and do my meditation. And it's probably for the last month. And I get my basil and I put it down around my hips.
Yeah.
That I'm in a wheelchair now. We're moving back out again. But basil wants to be on my butt. So.
Actually, really amazing for the bones and for pain and for moving energy, and like at really every organ system in the body, basil addresses in a positive way. So of all the plants, that's a great one to be working with for sure.
She's beautiful. Isn't it cool how stuff like this happens?
I love it.
Get together and we share. Oh my gosh. Your videos I started watching and I didn't get through the whole thing. So I'm definitely going to go back. And then you guys have the essential oils and stuff available too.
Yeah, we never have sales, but we're going to do a Cyber Monday, and actually maybe even from today through Monday, but
we're stepping up.
Yeah, we're going to just see what happens. We're trusting the universe, but we don't rape and pillage with our costs. So like we, you know,
No.
right now we're mom
Our
and pop, we're
margin's
really
very
small.
That's
When
another
we
way to
get
say it, right?
bigger, we'll be able to order larger amounts. We'll get to cut our prices, but we're just very simple. And so when we have a sale, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
this is a big deal.
Yeah, we're, you know, we have smaller margins, and we're really education based.
Yeah.
You know, we don't.
Yeah.
We honor
We're not
people. People have ordered off of our website, and you know it is there for people to order from our RaMa Holistic Care website. But at the same time, it's nice to get in touch with people, and then they have a question, and they reach out and they say, "Hey, I'm working on this, this, and this." And we do little free 5-10 minute consults for people that are ordering, and it's awesome, and it helps everybody out. And you know, we want to have a little bit of interaction just to get a little bit of the ball rolling on what it takes to really be accountable for your health, and what it really takes to like plants, trees, medicines, pharmaceutical medicines, all this stuff is there just as a little bit of a guide, if you will, to get back to balance. And it's they're not any one of those things are the cure all for anything. It's the emotional heart, it's the mental brain, how those are balanced, and then our physicality can support that however we're feeling, right? So we're offering these tools, and also we want to give advice on how to take that emotional, mental accountability and forgiveness and all those things, right? So yeah, we are available for people online, and we are growing, and that's great. But we do pour everything by hand. Lemia makes all the labels. We have little,
everything's hand done.
It's just Lemia and I, we're in a very modest little place here, and we have a little work zone, and we do our thing, so we ship out, and we also host trainings. But
we
people
work with small farmers,
small
small suppliers, like people that are really heart-centered and amazing.
Oh, you can
really
feel it.
Genuine people. And that's why, I mean, we have almost 100 essences after just 2 years. And it's just each one has come in like, okay, I'm for you. I need to be on your team. And then we find out with the people that need them, like, oh, that's why we got that plan. Okay. Like, look how much she's helping this person. And that's
you guys do
interaction
classes for that too, right?
We do little workshops. We do longer certification weekends.
And every week we have an Essence of the Week talk.
Every Monday, and they're all available for replay. We send you the private Zoom or the private YouTube channel if you sign up for that. But yeah, it's available to watch anytime. But every Monday we put out a Essence of the Week talk, about 20 minutes or so, 30 minutes, and we just kind of do a little talk, history, data about and then how to anoint. Yeah, how to anoint, where to anoint, how we like to use it. And if somebody's on live, they'll ask a question, and we'll do some Q&A. And otherwise, it's just there for people to have as a resource. And it's going to be a supplement or a precursor to a reference guide that's going to be coming out. Hopefully by the end of the year, we'll get that all squared away.
We have a couple books coming. His recipe book, and then the reference guide coming out.
A few things. So we're trying to
And where are you guys doing the lives for this? Is it on YouTube or?
It's on our private YouTube. So through our website, RaMa Holistic Care, you sign up for it there, or you can go straight to Sacred Scents Aromatherapy under our Essence of the Week talk. Okay. And each month it's $30 for the month, and you get each week. Wow. And also you get 10% off the essences of the week that we do. You get a little discount code. So yeah, it's just a way like you said, we're education based, because it's not just about collecting essences and putting them on your shelf and saying, I work with aromatherapy. It's like, just get the one or the two or the whatever your protocol is, and actually use them on yourself and and have them work for you, have them help you.
Yeah, and people that work with us, we don't require a minimum purchase or a maximum whatever, or a yearly quota or what. Just if you need an essence, call us, we'll help you out. If not, work with whoever you're working with. We're totally unattached. We give information, we let you decide what you want to go with, and that's all it is.
You guys are so amazing and so generous. I mean, that's one of the things. And it's interesting when you were talking about pouring these by hand. No wonder they're so infused with your love and your consciousness and your wisdom. I mean, between the two of you, you guys are like, the amount of wisdom and knowledge that you guys have is just mind blowing. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks.
Yeah,
so if everybody goes to RaMaHolisticCare.com,
that's it.
They can
find everything there.
It's all linked. Sacred Scents is in there. It's all in there. You can find the conscious group link out of there. Yeah, we're on Spotify for music, on Pandora, or not Pandora, iTunes, and
We're on Apple Music.
Apple Music, that's what it
Yeah,
is.
and Spotify.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. So we can get yoga and breathing, and we can get birth and death, and we can get essential oils and connection and music and love and healing. And oh my gosh, where does it stop?
Hopefully never.
Yeah.
Never,
That's cool.
ever. You guys are such a blessing to this world. Thank you.
We're always
Likewise,
learning. We're learning
likewise.
so much from you and how
It's
to
just a mirror, girl. It's
do
just a mirror.
this thing right. So you're just a blessing.
I'm so glad we're on this journey together. You guys are just some of
Likewise.
my favorite folks in the whole world. And I keep forgetting that you guys are right here in Oceanside. I'm in Laguna Niguel. We're like neighbors. We
Nice.
gotta get together.
I know,
still
we really
visualize you guys out there in Cottonwood for some reason. I know it's been a while.
It was a couple of years, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while, but for some reason I think of you and you are right here, right? Just like I can touch
We're back
you.
home. We're back home. Yeah.
And one of these
Back
days
home.
we'll have another Love Takes Flight festival and we'll have
Yes.
you there.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah. Keep your eye out
Oh.
for venues.
Yeah. As things open and release.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's coming. It's
It
coming.
is.
I'm really feeling next year we are going to be able to re-emerge into this new earth that we are all creating here together.
Well, next year is the 6th, right? 2022. So it's all about the heart and love and Venus. So let's do this.
And it's 222. It's working together. It's relationship and community too.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yes.
Yay, thank you.
Thanks so much for having us. This
Thank
is a
you guys. I
blessing.
love you so
We love
much.
you.
So
too.
much. Yay,
And
big hugs.
Yay, hugs for you guys. And everybody check out Josh and Lemia. They just are so beautiful. And all you need to do is click on the link, go over to my website, michelleambergy.com, Divine Flow Expo, and hit give me my free videos. You're going to get a beautiful ebook that's going to have all of our presenters' information. Josh and Lemmy are on there. Go get their free video. Go check out their website. Go check out their essential oils. Go check out the music. Go check out the doula. Go check it all out.
Just do it.
Just check it
And
out.
just move into their sphere of love and let yourselves be blessed.
You got a search bar on top. If it's not in the search bar, then we don't do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then go to your
They're
website.
gonna go to your website.
And you'll
It's
do
not-
everything else.
I love it. Oh my God, you guys are so amazing. Thank you again so much for being a
Thank
part
you.
of this. You're such a blessing.
Thank
are
you. We
too.
love you.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
love you guys.
Bye, everybody.
Thank
Take care.
you.
Be well.